name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 27, 2025. It is 8:33 a.m. So I've been posting a couple things on my community board for you to check out. There's this article regarding B. Smith. I think I started reading it. Did I read it? I think I read it in one of the videos that I did. And there's this regarding Angela Levine I shared with you. But anyway, let me not waste time. I got up a little bit late today, and I've been procrastinating to start anything right now. So let's go on X. Let's pause this and start sharing some tweet with you. I don't know when I'm gonna. Oh, see, there's my program that I was waiting for to upload, and instead it took a while. So I was like, let me start recording because I still have some tweets to share with you. Before I start, this is what I will be sharing with you. These tweets, okay? And the first one is what's on the screen, and that's this one. All right, so let's, and I have more. I don't think I'm gonna have time to record all of them. But okay, why did I tear up watching this? So she retweeted that this is Nelly. I was today years old when I found out what a Malasa Daba is. What an incredible sentimental scene. I could feel how meaningful this was to 10 friends. Wow. All right, so let me go into it so it could be bigger. I didn't watch the second season yet. I have not watched it yet, but I will, especially over the weekend. We're gonna go away, so there's not gonna be any video Saturday, Sunday, and possibly Monday. So I probably will watch the video, the with Love Meghan, on my phone. But anyway, let's listen.
While you're waiting for this to bake, I do have one thing for you because I know you are a spice lover.
Ooh.
Kiss, kiss.
I even like the little
thing
you put this in. That's so cute.
This wrapping is called Feroci, and it's honestly so simple to do. Sometimes when I go to shops and I find something that I think is just extraordinary, I don't know who it's going to be for, but I know that I need to get it. And so maybe a year or so ago, we went into this little shop in North Carolina, and I found this spice container. This is a masala daba, that's what this is called. I just thought it was fantastic, and knowing his love of spices, I thought this is the person I want to share it with.
Can I open this?
Yes.
That is so cute. Like I said, I didn't watch the show yet.
It's a vintage masala daba.
Yes.
That is so funny.
They said you were coming, you were spices. It's so funny. I have this thing that I had bought. I also want to be able to share with someone who would appreciate it.
And you know, this is the kind of thing that your parents passed down to you. I've never had a masala daba. Thank you so much. That actually has given me goosebumps. That is so beautiful. I will pass this down to my children. That's how beautiful that is. Thank you so much. No, thank you so much. That actually
Wow.
Oh, I'm so glad.
that is so lovely.
Oh,
Thank you.
good. Fantastic.
I'm gonna call my mom and say I've got a masala daba. Is he blown away?
Look like he's trying to tear up. That's nice. This is the thing. When you give people something, they appreciate it. There's, for instance, someone within my family who he used to give things to them, and then there was this particular, I'm trying my best not to say any name or anything like that, and there was this thing he gave to that particular person, and then I saw how they were treating that thing, and then when they talk about it as if they don't care, and I told my husband, you need to be very careful. I mean, it's really hard for me to tell him not to give to someone within, but the way that I saw that person was treating the thing, and I explained to him, look, You spending money to gifting this person that, and this is the way it's treating it. I said, just be careful. Okay, instead it's best to just give them the money, let them do. I really hate when people mistreated something. Like, you know, again, I'm trying to keep my you will understand, just in case, you know, they stumble in the video and to hear this is that. But I will never prevent my husband from giving to or anything like that, but that particular thing was being mistreated, and I was like, nah. And then he has my husband has a collection of how do you call this, those magazine, like Spider-Man, how do they call it, those comic books. And he said he was gonna give it to a specific person. Again, I'm gonna hold it. And I said, look, this is how much you appreciate those magazines. I really don't care about them. And I see how they treat the things that he gives. And I said, you have 2 boys. I think it's best to save it for them. Let them decide how they move forward with it. And many of those magazines, those comic books, are vintage. If he decides to sell them, they could sell for a lot. And I said, just leave it for your kids and the one that will appreciate it, and things like that. That's the only thing I told him not to give, because he has 2 boys. All right, so that's that. That was very nice, very sentimental. Okay, there's something about giving a gift that is understood by the giver and receiver. Yep, pay attention to the people around you. Lovely gift. You said it. That's exactly that. Saw a comment on TikTok basically saying, imagine having a family heirloom masala daba gifted by HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. Unreal. I think he knew how special that moment was, why he said he got a goosebump. Yeah. Yes, OMG. I also get it engraved, name, date, and who gifted. You could tell he held it. That cry too. Too sweet. Yeah, he was holding it. Now that's a family heirloom I box. That's the boxing glove. Now that's a family heirloom I box over. That's just a masala daba. No, it's a masala daba gifted by Meghan. Period. Alright, we call it masala dani, and I am looking for a perfect one too. This is legitimate thing in India household. My Taiji, sorry if I pronounce it wrong, auntie had a similar wooden one that is such a respectful homage to Southeast Asian heritage of 10. Really, OMG, when I tell you I had no idea. Hope you find the perfect one. He was so blown away by it. What an incredible part of the episode. I haven't watched it yet, but I need to. When I tell you I felt that, I was about to shed a tear for him. I had no idea that the spice box held such deep and cultural meaning. And then to hear it'll pass down from generation to generation was like, wow, that's our thought for Meghan. Her friends are lucky. They don't get regular gift. When the response is thanks girl, the response is always like there's that here, the GIF, I pause it. Alright, whatever's here, that's it. Bottom up. Okay, now I'm tearing up about this wooden spice box. If you know about 10 Journey, you can totally understand the sentimentality of this moment. She is really practicing her French. She said qu'est-ce que c'est ça, and she pronounced it very well too. To know the queen was in my state at some point, Lord, phew. What is it? She said North Carolina. I was in tears when I saw this gift. It really must have meant a lot to him. Okay, he was so moved. I love how thoughtful she is. Meghan Markle is so thoughtful. May God continue to bless you and your family. This show is going to give some company a masala daba a sell out this season, like season 1 help sell out pot. That's that. Let's go to the next one. That is so cute. And this video will be on APTS Sussex. If you are new and you're not aware of my other channel, PYTE, go check it out. That's this one. Oh, did I change to all of them? Yeah, that's that one. PYTE, go check it out. It's pretty much almost the same style as this channel. It's just that sometimes I post more of the less controversial thing, more settle, feel good type of tweet. It's on PYTE. But if any of the channels are demonetized, it will be on one channel. At one point, this channel was demonetized. I put everything on this channel, APTS Sussex. So subscribe to both. It's pretty much the same thing, just I post different things on it. I also have one for Harry and Meghan's work, but I haven't been posting on it lately. Just don't have time. Alright, so this is the next tweet. Duchess Meghan revealed what she misses from her time in England, a radio station. Okay, I laughed when Meghan made a joke keeping a secret child hidden for so long, like she knows the made-up rumors the haters are making. She's making fun of their hate. She is Duchess, happy and unbothered. Yeah, my last video, I respond to one about Meghan's pregnancy, and I was like, her husband witnessed it to see the baby coming out of her vagina. So you're gonna dispute the husband? So not the balcony, that's the laugh here. I'm telling you, Meghan have some shade and pettiness type of thing, and I compare it with the only celebrity that come close to being petty and shady, shade, okay, as Meghan is Mariah Carey. They will sit in front of you very calmly with a smile, and they be throwing shades left and right. Let's pause this. She just did a huge ad at this radio station. Devil Mail is already on its way to interview the people who work there. There's that. The only thing she misses about England is not getting out fast enough. She had good taste. Magic Soul Radio is my 24/7. It's a great radio station. Okay, so that's a shout out to the station. Hopefully there's more listeners, and hopefully, oh my God, just thought about that. Once the leftovers know, they're gonna try to corrupt them. I'm telling, evil original in the UK, they're gonna try to corrupt it, because if they're saying truthful things and things that would enlighten people, they're gonna try to corrupt it. They really want to keep people in the dark. I cackled the shade. There's the laugh here. She ain't thinking about none of the royal rats. There's the laugh here. That's an ad. Alright, so there's this. She can't say nothing. There's the laugh here. Love her so much. And with all radio granny times, my FM and Sirius car is permanently tuned to 60, 70, 80, 90 music, rock, R&B, contemporary country. Alright, so this is extra. Since we here, might as well add it. I'm done with the other tweet. Let's add this as extra. Alright, let me pause and add this to the list. Okay. Meghan talking about how she and Harry got out all the time and they don't try to be incognito made me so happy. Sounds like they found the perfect community to build their new lives. Alright, so let's listen. Okay, yesterday when I was listening to the podcast, it was probably 11 p.m. and I had just finished edit this video. Okay, and I was rendering it, and I was like, I needed to finish render before I could turn off the computer. The computer needed to take a break because it was on from the previous day, like 12 midnight till yesterday close to midnight. So I need the computer to take a break. So I think I was dozing off while I was watching this, and there's a couple things that I missed. I might need to listen to it again. This one is 27 seconds. There's the politic things I didn't hear. So when I was reading some tweets earlier, people were mentioning things about some politic question was asked and she diverted it. I missed that. I need to listen to it. I think I dozed off. Okay, 27 seconds, screenshot.
So, I mean, obviously this is a quieter town. Can you actually get a drink in peace?
Yes,
Yeah.
we go out a lot. I love it. I go out with my girlfriends for dinner and lunches, and obviously my husband and I have a lot of date nights because it's important. But yeah, we go out a lot in our community, in Montecito and in Santa Barbara, and people are just really friendly.
Are there any tricks to being incognito?
No, we're not trying to be incognito.
Okay.
Different chapter.
But, so, I mean, obviously
Different chapter. One of the things that came to mind is 2 weeks ago, oh my God, time flies. 2 weeks ago my husband and I went away for the weekend. That was the very first time that we did that since we had kids. I don't know, it was a different vibe. Not worrying when we get up, we have to make sure the kids get something to eat or anything like that. We just get up, we do whatever we felt like we wanted to do. I don't know, it was really refreshing. I told him I really enjoyed it. It's not that we did anything extravagant. It's just the moment of us being together, and you know, what is it? We went, I shared that part with you in one of my videos, really near the end. I didn't even suggest to you guys I was gonna put it. It's after I close off the video and then I put it way near the end. What is it? He looked up He is very thoughtful, my husband. Before we left, he looked where we could go check out and whatever. I didn't care. I just wanted to be in his presence, just away for a few. So he pretty much put a list of where we're gonna go. One of the things he thought I would wanna do is go hiking. But for some reason, that time I was not in the mood for hiking. And while we were there, and don't get me wrong, the scenery, the openness, the trees, the river, everything was so beautiful. But for some reason, that moment, I was not in the mood to be in the woods or to go hiking. So he said he was doing it for me, and I was like, I'm doing it for you. So we were like, okay, so let's go and just walk in the city. And we went to another park near the harbor, watched nothing. We just sat there and just watched people walking, people sailing and whatnot. And the weather was perfect. We just sat under, it was a rock. That's where the shade was. So we just sat there and we talked. Nothing's magnificent or anything like that. Then we went home to the hotel, and then we took a shower and went to dinner. And that was pretty much it. We didn't spend, the only thing that we spent on was the food that we ate in the hotel room. And the only thing that sort of disturbed us a little bit is while we were eating dinner on Saturday, and we were trying to order food for our kids back home, and there was some mixed up with the McDonald's and stuff. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos. But I really suggest that for any couple, especially if you have been married for a very long time, or even if you're not, but if you have kids, I think depend on your budget and how you can do it. Okay, I'm not telling you to go do and then your bank account is empty. If you could, all right, have a family member that you trust to watch your kids if they are underage, or if they can stay by themselves for a few days. Go for a night or two and just you with your husband. It is so refreshing. I would never thought I would enjoy that much, and it's not like we did anything spectacular. I really suggest that for any couple. All right. But anyway, let's read this. I went off. Okay, let's pause this. Oh, that's not that much. Battle up. Different chapter. Yep, I heard her say that. Yep, happy for them, and even happier for the kids that they get to experience normal life. I know that's why Meghan tell her, no need to hide. For what? The less they call attention to themselves, the less attention they get. Again, they are just living their life like everybody. Okay, that's a spell here. Everybody else, and I love that for them. Good to see and hear. I really hope they laugh at all the haters. They seem genuinely happy. Hats off to Harry for doing what was right for his family. Let the haters fester while they carry on smiling. Love it. All right, may God continue to protect them for sure. Next tweet. There's so many things I want to say, but I don't want to create ideas for the derangers, but I'll keep that to myself. Next tweet. What Meghan Sussex's real name? The truth about royal naming. Meghan clarified in her interview with Emily Cheng that her legal name is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, but she uses Meghan Sussex as her family name, shared with Prince Harry and their children. I don't know why these people are the leftovers, the salty island, the rangers are running their mouth left and right about that, because all the others, look at Fergie, does she still use that title? I don't know, but Harry and Meghan are married. It's not like there is a divorce or anything like that where they will say these things, then it will probably be appropriate, but they are still married. And then the royal family don't want to take their titles away. The derangers wrote petition to get the titles away. They didn't take it away. So what the hell do they want from her? And I'm telling you, that bubble that the Sussexes create for themselves, please God, protect that bubble for them, because they need it. Because wow, it's just amazing to see the amount of evilness that is surrounding them. All right, 1 minute and 13 seconds.
So that didn't change who I am. And maybe that's probably the biggest distinguishing factor.
Give me a tutorial on royal naming conventions. So, like, are you Meghan Sussex? Are you Meghan Duchess of Sussex?
Mm-hmm.
Is Markle even on your passport anymore? Is it, we don't use that term anymore?
Well, when I got married, I changed my name.
Yeah.
But it's a complicated one for people to understand because
That's the first thing we need to take away from that. When she got married, she changed her name. That is the key point here, and she's still married to her husband, Prince Harry. Okay, the Duke of Sussex. All right, so that's one thing. Oh.
a last name is not typical in that construct.
I think we expect a last name, but is that a last name or is that?
It's not, but
a last-
it's used roughly or loosely rather. It sounds so silly to say, and I get it because I'm American, and then I went there and I started to understand. Then you come back, and as an American, you go, "I'm so confused."
Yeah.
It's a dukedom.
A dukedom. That's a new word for me.
It's a dukedom.
Okay.
So that's the truth of it. But at the end of the day, you know, yes. So my legal name is.
And that dukedom, it's the kind of hierarchy these people create over there in the UK to separate people from whatever, lower class to whatever. My interpretation, okay? My interpretation. That's the way that I see it. Now, this is what's going crazy with these people. As I'm saying this, just look on the side. There's an image that I have where the king is all the way on top, and then you have the prime minister, and then you have the police, and then you have the elites people, and then you have the peasants. All right, this is what I'm thinking as I'm saying this. So the dukedom is one of those things that they create to somewhat subdivide the elite people. Okay, again, please correct me as an outsider. This is my perception of it. Now, what really triggered the derangers, because the dukedom is within the elite class, and due to Meghan's skin color, she's not, for them, okay, for them, she does not belong in that system. And then for her to have the dukedom of her husband, this is what triggered them. This thing really ingrained in these people. It really ingrained in them of that social class. And this is the same issues that many Indian people are having. Okay, because they have that kind of social class thing system, the caste system in their country as well. It may not be exactly the same thing as the UK, but they still have that caste system in terms of skin color. So Meghan, who carries Harry's name, Duchess of Sussex, because Harry is Duke of Sussex, so Harry belongs in that class. But his wife, the one that he chooses to be his wife, the rest don't like it because it sort of broke the social norm. And that also brings to mind, there's a video I did on PYTE about that kind of caste system in the UK, where one of those people was saying that they don't want the blood to tainted the social norm kind of thing. This is what I'm thinking. Here's the video.
When racism as such, as a philosophy, kicked in, was as a direct reaction to the abolitionist movement. The abolitionist movement driven by some of the leading intellectuals of the day, as well as driven by hundreds of thousands of ordinary people in this kingdom who signed petitions after petitions and presented them to the House of Lords. When the abolition movement really kicked in from the 1780s onwards, the planters had to respond. And so this is where you get the most virulent imagery about brutal, pagan, bestial.
But the media is a powerful force.
Black people in the literature and in the imagery.
Cartoons portraying black people as licentious and depraved began to circulate.
But the media is a powerful force.
The anti-abolitionist Edward Long wrote,
"The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection from it."
Okay, so keep that in mind. Let me move it back slightly. Maybe I should play it again without interrupting.
That's the truth of it. But at the end of the day, you know, yes, so my legal name is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. But Sussex for us works as our family name, and it's the name that we share with our children. And but yes, since we've been married, that's what I've been called.
Let me play it again without interruption. Please don't make me think of anything so I don't stop the video.
So that didn't change who I am, and maybe that's probably the biggest distinguishing factor.
Give me a tutorial on royal naming conventions. So, like, are you Meghan Sussex? Are you Meghan Duchess of Sussex? Is Markle even on your passport anymore? Is it, we don't use that term anymore?
Well, when I got married, I changed my name.
Yeah.
But it's a complicated one for people to understand because a last name is not typical in that construct.
I think we expect a last name, but is that a last name or is that?
It's not, but it's used roughly, or loosely rather. It sounds so silly to say, and I get it because I'm American, and then I went there and I started to understand, and you come back, and as an American you go, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
It's a dukedom.
A dukedom, that's a new word for me.
It's a dukedom.
Okay.
So that's the truth of it. But at the end of the day, you know, yes, so my legal name is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. But Sussex for us works as our family name, and it's the name that we share with our children. And but yes, since we've been married, that's what I've been called.
Alright, so the Queen gave Harry that dukedom name, and it is what it is. Okay, the liar, the only reason she decided to be in Sussex, oh my god, is because when William removed their title, they will still be Sussex. What the hell is wrong? You could read this, but let me see the response under that. This is a common practice in the British aristocracy. Wales, York, Wessex, Cambridge, all current or recent examples. No need to get your undies and such a twisted about it. You don't like her? Super. Look at and listen to something else for your own sake. Oh my goodness, imbecile. Only Parliament can remove her title. Let me pause and then get that link. Do I still have it? And then put it over there. Yeah, this is the tweet that has the thing about Parliament and... Oops. Phew, these people are crazy. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let me copy this. Let me delete that. That's not what I want to show. Put this. Let's go back to this. I needed to go in this to get this link. It's a retweet of a retweet, but I wanted the the first tweet. Right? Yeah. That's it. That's the one I wanted. And then less black. I'm telling you, these people are mental. And black. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so that's another video. Meghan will never forget about her global fan base. Meghan confirmed that the plan is absolutely to go global with as ever. It's only 3 seconds. Let's listen.
The plan is to go global.
Yes, absolutely.
I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well is obviously a huge relief to me because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, you know, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to, you know, over time try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
I am very excited about that, yeah.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes. You've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I mean, how...
Sing.
Can you imagine? No, I'm not a singer. I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
The plan is to go global.
Yes, absolutely.
The derangers, the leftovers, they got the... Oh my God. God, please open the door for her, because I know what these others can do. We all know what the others can do once they hear this. God help us. Let's pause. There's the heart here. I really want it. That's an ad, and this is extra. Oh, so what is that? Okay, let me go into, okay, let me like this so I don't lose it. Let me go into that and then come back out to go to the one below it. Okay, yes please, can't wait, thank you. I hope the only place in the UK they could get her product will be at the airport, duty free. What is it? Duty free shopping. Can happen soon enough for me. She's not holding back now. Australia, here she comes. There's that. I hold on, Canada. Thank God, I'm tired of missing out. LOL. So that's an ad. Let's go back. This one. Let's go into that. Let me pause it, and then let me pause for a second. I need to add it on the list. Okay, so I don't know what this is about, but let's see here. Guess we don't tell them, Meghan. The Duchess of Sussex was just on Bloomberg TV, broadcasted in 60 countries for a 43-minute interview. Who owns Bloomberg TV again? There's the thinking. Hint is the name, and he is supposedly linked to X's delusions of grandeur. All right, let's see here. Okay, so they posted it on Bloomberg. This is, they usually talk about the stock market and things like that. A minute and 11 seconds.
Financially literate. You know, talk a little bit about your own journey around money, learning how to make it, learning how to manage it.
Certainly as an auditioning actor, you are paycheck to paycheck, so you're very mindful about how you spend.
The thing about paycheck to paycheck, when I first review some of the clips that were popping up on my timeline, it's on PYTE, I share a portion, you know what, let me just put it. This vice president of SAG, who during the strike for the actors and things like that, pretty much confirmed what Meghan was saying. The vice president of SAG, the actors thing, was talking about actors living from paycheck to paycheck, and they wanted a higher wage, you know, to do their work. All right, so this is the clip.
All your favorite things that you've been watching for years, and you know those actors that you go, oh, there's that guy on that show. You may not necessarily know their names. You may see me on the show. You may not know my name, but you've seen me on a lot of things. Those actors are working class actors. We're literally working paycheck to paycheck. It takes $26,000 to qualify for your life health insurance for SAG-AFTRA. A guest star on a show, producers will do top of show. This is a verbiage that they created. It's not in our contracts, it's what they created. So they're not going to budge above whatever their top of show is. Top of show generally could be anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 or $8,000 an episode. Maybe that sounds great. So say I cobble together 2 or 3 guest stars during this a year. People, our audiences sees me on 3 or 4 different shows, and they're like, wow, that actress is working, she's doing all this stuff. I still, by doing that with Top of Show, I have still not qualified for my health insurance. We literally are going paycheck to paycheck. Back in the day, we used to have quotes that once you've been working for a certain amount of time, you're working really hard to get your quote up, to get your salary up. They decided to get rid of that, so they no longer acknowledge or respect that. This industry is one of the few industries that seniority, that being in this industry for a long time, that gathering up an amazing resume doesn't mean anything to them. They literally, yes, there is some very wealthy actors, absolutely. There's 160,000 members in our union, 160,000. 1% are the top grossers, 1%. And of that, maybe 2% are the ones that literally support and uplift our union and keep the insurance going. Everybody else is below the line. People don't realize that SAG-AFTRA is not just actors. We're broadcasters, we're stunt coordinators, stunt workers, we're dancers and singers and voiceover artists. There's a huge umbrella that we encompass. And 98% of those people are below the line, are struggling to make a living in an industry that we all know is making billions. I think about this all the time. We talk about this in our caucuses. Back in the day, we used to talk about millions. Everybody wanted to make millions, and oh, wouldn't that be amazing? These people are making billions, and yet they don't have money to give us just a scooch more to contribute to our pension and health, to allow us to qualify for our health insurance. We have actors that you all will recognize. You will know us from that guy on that show that have been lost their insurance, don't no longer qualify, and are hustling just to get a day on a job to just pay their rent, not even their insurance, their rent. This is a serious, crucial moment. It's a you know, this sounds hyperbolic or whatever, but it is a life or death situation, because we're talking about, you know, taking care of our families, taking care of our loved ones, if, you know, our parents, if they're getting older. You know, you always, as a child, you want to be able to contribute. Should I be at this age still asking my parents for money? No, I should be taking care of my parents. It's painful.
Now let's continue. Let me move it back slightly.
Actor, you are paycheck to paycheck, so you're very mindful about how you spend. But I grew up clipping coupons. I grew up looking for deals and the sale rack. I always worked. I mean, my first job was when I was 13 at a frozen yogurt shop called Humphrey Yogurt. I've had a lot of jobs over the years, and when you work really hard, you value what you've earned. So I think that translates into how I invest. It translates into how I spend, what I teach my children. And I think it's incredibly important for young women, especially, to have a sense of why it matters for her to earn her own money and to be able to be financially independent. That's not about anything other than being self-reliant. And the more that you're able to take care of yourself, especially as a woman, then you're making practical choices in your life that are not hindered by a need being met by someone external. Taking care of yourself is so key.
And you know what I like about this? Now that I'm aware they did air it on Bloomberg TV, it's more exposure. Okay? More exposure. People who's into financial thing, who probably were aware of Meghan, but then give a second thought. But exposing her to these people who's about making money, to hear her talking about things like that, that's more exposure. That's a different demographic that Meghan is being exposed to. So I'm glad this squad shared that. Right, over 60 countries. I was wondering if it was the same name of the man linked to Who You Know. So you confirm, must hurt. There's the light here. Love it. I mean, there were some questions in there to trip Meghan, but she didn't fall for it. Could imagine an interview, interview. Okay, something happened here. An interview like this with Princess Catherine. The woman will be destroyed. I'll go into that. How can you not agree with what she just said here? All right, let's see here. There's the thinking here. So you misspell Meghan's name and call the racist woman princess. What do you think? Where? With the H. Please. But anyway, let's go to the next one. This was Xtra. Meghan pantyhose. Okay.
Milavanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.